Hi guys, my name is Tabitha. This is Channeled Wellness, and if you're here for a reason. Okay, so stick around. I might have a message for you. I was getting ready for bed, and I had my phone playing music, and some songs came on, and I just knew it was for the collective. The song that I heard was Water Runs Dry by Boys to Men. I can't play it because of copyrights, but I can read you guys the lyrics. It says, "We don't even talk anymore, and we don't even know what we argue about. Don't even say I love you no more, 'cause saying how we feel is no longer allowed. Some people work things out, and some just don't know how to change. Let's don't wait till the water runs dry. We might watch our whole lives pass us by. Let's don't wait till the water runs dry. We'll make the biggest mistake of our lives. Don't do it, baby." Okay, Spirit saying verse 2 too. It says, "Now they can see the tears in our eyes, but we deny the pain that lies deep in our hearts. Well, maybe that's a pain we can't hide, 'cause everybody knows that we're both torn apart. Why do we hurt each other? Why do we push love away? Let's don't wait till the water runs dry. We might watch our whole lives pass us by. Let's don't wait till the water runs dry and make the biggest mistake of our lives. Don't do it, baby." So what I got from this song is that things are coming to a close. 222 on the timer. There's a relationship with something or someone that is reaching the end of its course, right? But, there's a bit of, it's like this feeling of nostalgia of not wanting to let go, right? Because you're afraid of change. There's something that needs to be moved on from. It's time to release. They're showing me that scene in Finding Nemo where Dorian and Marlin are on the tongue of the whale, and the whale is trying to blow them out. The whale has gotten them where they need to go, and now it's time to let go. And Marlin's afraid because he thinks that he's being swallowed, but really he has to go down the throat in order to get out of the whale. And the whale knows this, but Marlin doesn't. And Dory tells him, "It's time to let go." Marlin says, "How do you know things will be all right?" Dory says, "I don't." But she trusts, and things turn out all right for them. Whew, that's a whole message in and of itself. Just before I turned the camera on, the last song that was playing was by Savage Garden, "Truly, Madly, Deeply." Y'all, I feel like I'm gonna burst out into tears. Like this, whatever this is that you're letting go of, that you're moving on from, it's not something that's easy. It's not easy to do. It's not easy to do because it's something that you really wanted, and you really wanted things to work out. But you recognize the fact that you don't want to wait until the water runs dry. You don't want to wait until, you get to this place of completely hating this thing or this person, because that's where it's headed, right? And that shows the level of maturity. It shows the level of growth, within you to be able to recognize, right? Because there was a time when you would hold on too long, stay in situations that you shouldn't. You know, you're maturing out of this, and I feel like it's gonna be okay. It's gonna be okay. But Dory, how do you know that it's gonna be okay? I mean, I don't, but I believe it will. This energy. Yeah. Temporary situation. This is a temporary situation. This was always going to be a temporary situation too. And I think it's important to honor that, to recognize that, and to honor it, because sometimes we keep people in situations, jobs, and you know, we live in the same place for too long. We just keep these, we're living in a tent and acting like it's a house. You know what I'm saying? We keep our situations around for too long sometimes. There's something that the teacher does with my daughter at school. She tells her, okay, let's take inventory. It's time to look around you and really take stock of what is actually going on around you. And when you look around, you see that, wait, this is a tent. This is not the house that I've been treating it like. Okay? Something important, such as a new job or a raise. The bag. Okay? That's what's coming. The tent is what has been. The bag is what's coming. Right? That's where you're headed. There's something new on the horizon. This is a new job. This is a new relationship, a new career. It fits differently for different people. But this is where it's going. One more, please, Spirit. Ooh. See that? I don't know if y'all could see that, but it fell right here. And it teetered the edge for a second before it fell. So let's see what that was. Mountain Road. Let me grab it. Oh, child. Ooh, child. Can't make it up, baby. You are on the road to success. Even though it doesn't always look like it. This mountain, it looks challenging, right? When you're standing at the bottom, it looks insurmountable. But eventually, I mean, you take steps and you find yourself in the middle. And then eventually at the top. Every time you turn around and check your progress, you see how far you've come, how much you've overcome. You're on the right path. I feel like you know what's best for you. You know, nobody can tell you what's best for you because you know. We got communication is key and adjustments are required. I was very aware of the silence when I took that pause just then to let the cards come out, to see what they were, to take inventory, right? See where we are. I was very much aware of the silence when I took that pause, because the silence can be deafening at times, right? The silence can be very overwhelming, but adjustments are required. Communication is key. I feel like there's been a lot of, especially with this communication is key, with it being a dark moon. There's been a lot of communication in the unspoken spaces. This has not been verbal communication. Okay, this has been communication through body language, communication through situations, communication through clutter. I'm hearing you're learning to recognize the unspoken. You're getting more comfortable in the quiet places. You're getting more comfortable in the silence, in the pauses. I'm recording. Okay, I'm recording. Go to bed. Go to bed. Distractions. 11:11 on the timer. I'm gonna check on her in just a few minutes as soon as I'm done, for those of you who are wondering. But she doesn't get to barge into my space at this time because it is way past her bedtime. It's past my bedtime. Okay. Adjustments are required. This is the change. This is the change that you feel coming, that you recognize even before you see it. That's that change. Those are the adjustments. Can you tell us about the adjustments, Spirit? What adjustments are required? The Knight of Cups. Justice. The adjustment that's required is to give yourself what you deserve, Spirit is saying here. All of this unspoken communication, all of this, the heaviness that is here in this dark moon, is that really what you deserve? Maybe it is. Maybe it is, and if it is, then grab onto it a little tighter. But if it isn't, you have to release it. And I'm saying you have to, but you know, you always have a choice. To an extent, right? Because sometimes we have a choice, but when we overstay our welcome, sometimes the universe kicks us out. Yeah. The Emperor and the Six of Wands. Choose your victory. Where do you see your victory? Is it where you are now? I don't think so, because Spirit is saying here that adjustments are required. What does your victory look like? Resilience, determination, the ability to succeed, even in the face of adversity. What challenges have you overcome? There are more. No matter how many challenges you've overcome, this is something that I've learned throughout the course of my life, is that no matter how many challenges we overcome, there are always more on the horizon. Celebration is but a brief moment, right? The best thing that we can do is build peace. Have moments where we're content, because those moments don't last, they're fleeting. And you see how I keep getting quiet? I'm getting quiet because I'm listening for spirit. I was waiting for spirit to guide me. And I feel like that's important for you too. You're getting comfortable in the silence, and it's because you're waiting for spirit to guide you. You're allowing yourself to be led. That's no small thing. You should be very proud of yourself for that. Spirit's calling for you to open up to your spiritual gifts. The card says, remember that your true nature is spiritual, not physical. The angels are sending you messages to guide your soul's growth. I really feel like whatever this is that you are releasing, as much as you love it, it just doesn't align with you or where it is that you're going. So you have to release it, right? Because you have to be true to yourself. You know, a lot of people will teach you the world, and I hate saying the world, but it's true. Like, the world teaches you self-sacrifice, you know. But if you're not true to yourself first, before you sacrifice anything, who are you going to be when you get to that place? You sacrifice yourself and you save these people, right? But then who are you when you get to this place where you have these people? You know? Sacrificing is okay in the right context. But first you can't give from an empty cup. You know what I mean? You got to give from the overflow. When you find your peace, the overflow flows out of you naturally. But you have to get to this peaceful place first. Okay? I'm going to read it from the book. Your divine gifts are growing in magical ways right now. As you focus on enhancing your ability to see, hear, feel, or just know the messages from Spirit, the frequency and accuracy of those messages will astonish you. And they will. Give gratitude to the angels for speaking to you clearly, loudly, and in ways that are easy to understand. Thank them for presenting you with visual signs, powerful feelings, or inspirational thoughts that bring clarity to your situation. The more you do so, the more messages you'll be able to discern around you. Keep practicing so that you'll gain confidence. Journaling about your messages can help you stay awake when other signs are presented. Don't get caught out here asleep. Okay? Show the universe that you recognize the messages that it's sending you. Working with the cards will also amp up your spiritual gifts. I am continuing to clear any energetic connections that may be binding you to worry, fear, and self-doubt. I am moving these out of your way, casting them aside with a sweep of my sword of light so that you can easily pick up on the signs and guidance your angels are sending you. Allow your heart to flutter with excitement as your awareness of your true nature as your true nature as a spiritual being grows. I don't know why that was so hard to say. The I in this passage is Archangel Michael. So Archangel Michael is assisting you at this time, continuing to clear any energetic connections that may be binding you to worry, fear, and self-doubt. And we all have people and things in our life that bind us to worry, fear, and self-doubt. That's what's being released at this time. Let it go in peace. Okay? And you continue on in peace. As always, have a wonderful night. Oh, hold on. One more second. I'm Tabitha. This is Channeled Wellness. If this message resonated with you, please give the video a like, subscribe. Also, it really helps out the channel. And if you'd like to get a personal reading with me, the link for my readings is in the description box below. As always, have a wonderful night on purpose.